Okay, Dave Udizzy has inspired this video talking about the Pinewood Derby cause. We did it 4 times, and one other time we helped another troop out. I was an assistant scoutmaster, so this was his first attempt when he was little. Well, he was always little for these, but as you can see, we used money. Okay, that was his full design and cutout for the first year, and believe it or not, he won with it. Then we moved on to this one, another one of his designs. And you can see the money on there too. No need to buy the weights. There are tricks done to the car. This right here is a solid ball of Bondo. Shaped. That's the only part of the car I contributed to it. Looks like half a rock. Okay. Then I got involved. And that was my creation for him, to prove that aerodynamics has nothing to do with it whatsoever. Okay, another first place car. This year I made 2 cars identical for him and his friend. The only difference was the paint scheme, and I had to make sure that his had 1 or 2 tricks more, and we won by about that much. So I came in first and second. Then the last year we did it, I just dug this thing out. The actual engine fell off, the glue dried. That was the last one that we did. And we actually made a spoiler out of a Hershey bar. I'm pretty sure there's still one in there. Obviously that the Hershey bar, this had fallen off. And that had a chassis in it. So, and aerodynamics has nothing to do with any of it. Trust me. The key. Here's a couple of keys for you, Dave. Okay. 1, the wheels have to be straight. Period. A lot of times you recut the slots. And so if this is cut crooked, depending on what type of track you have, the track we ran had a center divider. Some tracks right on the outer rail. We had a center divider. And that's very important. This is what I've learned. Wheels have to be straight. Now you have to use the factory, those supplied pin things. You can't use an axle. As you can see, they're 2 pieces. You can see their nails. Most people will tell you to polish them. Polishing them is not the way to go. If you look at it, there is the casting flash when they make the nail. Just make sure the flash is front to back, not up to down. Okay, get rid of the flash the best you can, and then put like a 600 scratch on it. Then coat them with powdered graphite. And the key is, before you put the wheels on, is to take the powdered graphite. First of all, there's no paint where you're putting the wheels. There's no paint there. I know it's hard to see. And you got to sit there and you work the graphite into the wood. And then you put the graphite in the hubs, and you put the graphite on the axles. You put it all together. So now, I mean, these haven't spun in a long time. That is a date under there somewhere. So the actual scratches hold the graphite. And then when the wheel tries to go to the side, it goes into the graphite that's already embedded into the wood, and you already have it on the end of the nail. Some of the other things. Weight in the back. Weight in the back, weight in the back, weight in the back. Now everything is falling off this car. But what we learned from testing is, if you keep the weight from the center to the back, it allows the front end to float. And the reason the front end floating is important is because when it goes down the track, if the front end is floating, it has no resistance hitting either the center bar or the outer things. And it's just the back. So the back will guide it, or the back will allow it to go, and this will just allow it to float. Now I actually have video of one of these. I think it's this one, when he was a little kid. No, it's this one. And the car makes it down to the bottom of the track, and we won by 3 feet. And yeah, they looked over the car to see if we were cheating. Yeah, American Motors. That's from one of the lockers from the employees. But yeah, I mean, there's other things you could do, but like I said, aerodynamics has nothing to do with it at all. It has too small of a surface area. The key is the wheels. Okay, so on the other hand, if you're thinking about it, you leave the back wheel a little more forward, like we did with an overhang, so the ass is a little heavier. Key is the axles. Don't let it ride on the casting flash. Put a 600 scratch on it. Put the graphite into the wood. Graphite on the axle. Just keep spinning it and putting it, and don't let the kids handle it. I know this fun event is not fun, because when the kids handle it, they go like that, and the second they go like that, these axles cock. The top of the wheel, where it rubs, will dig right in. You want to make sure these wheels are sitting parallel to each other. Okay, so you don't want to push like this and then axle sticking down. So even when we would take these things there, and I would sit there, I'd put them on the scale, had the nice digital scale, and I would put it to the T. And I remember going there and then guy telling me that the weight has nothing to do with it. The weight has everything to do with it. You make it heavy, it's slow out of the gate, and it passes everybody at mid-track. You keep it light, it's quick out of the gate, and then you get passed by me. So, I forgot what it is, 5 ounces? I don't remember. Junior's not little anymore, which is a good and bad thing. So, yeah, I think the motor was right there. I could see where the glue was. So, yeah, that was our last year. I thought this was the coolest with the paint. So, yeah, that was early on. We learned. Oh, that's right. This isn't a chocobo. That's solid weight. That's how I did it. And this thing still passes. This was right at the limit. I went there once, and the guy popped off one of my things, one of my pennies, and told me I was good. And I told him his scale was off. So, hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully the grandkids enjoy it. I know we enjoyed it. Like I said, when you go from a Cub Scout to a Boy Scout, at least around here, the Boy Scouts don't do this. Only the Cub Scouts did. So when you wound up moving up, like I said, I was assistant troop leader. So I took on other Cub Scouts. You know, other, other packs. And we would go there and we would help, you know, run the race for them. And we brought this car, you know, for the final, just to see if it was still competitive at the time. And at the time it was a couple of years old, and it still won. So, but like I said, it's not about winning or losing, it's just having fun. It's definitely just about having fun. So, talk to you guys later.